Okay, so today's video is going to be different. In today's video, I want to talk to you about whether you should go for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 and a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra combo here, or simply pick up a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold4 that we have here that just dropped. Let's go ahead and talk about it. First things first, these are two completely different packages, right? But there is still room for conversation about getting a full-blown tablet comboed with a phone, or simply get a tablet slash phone like we have here with the Samsung Z Fold4 here. These two choices, no matter which one you choose to go for, are very expensive. But I figure I'll just go ahead and stay within the Samsung ecosystem. Plus, in order to get this combo here, the S22 Ultra and the Galaxy Tab S8 here, you'll be spending the same amount to get this that you would to get the Z Fold4 here. So I figured it would be best to use this setup for illustration purposes. Now, if you've been following the channel for a while, then you probably know that we tend to lean towards value. We'll lean towards where you can maximize your dollar. And based off of that, from the get-go, before we even dive deeper into the video, I'm gonna say, simply get yourself a phone, a regular phone. It doesn't have to be S22 Ultra, and get yourself the Galaxy Tab S8. Get this combo as opposed to this. And that's in most scenarios. So if you are trying to be pragmatic, if you want to be productive and you want to be as comfortable as possible and be very efficient, this would be the combo that you go for. Now, if you are like myself, like many other people out there, a tech head, what you should go for, of course, would be the Z Fold4 here, simply because it's cutting edge technology. Plus, it's cool. It's just a very, very cool phone to have with you. You know what? Let's go ahead and start with the Z Fold4. This phone here is for people like myself, tech enthusiasts, people who just like cutting edge technology, people who are traveling. They don't necessarily need to be carrying a phone and a tablet and all that extra stuff, because this truly is a practical device. By the way, we're not going to dive into the specs too deep, simply because either one of these combos would be the best you can get on Android right now in terms of processing power, chipset, all of that good stuff. Just the best. Talking about just user experience, this is a very practical form factor, right? And plus, it does support a Samsung S Pen, which, by the way, works extremely well with this main display right. Not too bad it doesn't work with the front display just yet, but it works very, very well with the main display here. You're able to take down notes, draw, whatever you would typically do on the tablet using that pen here, which is made for this phone, by the way. Just like the S Pen, the other S Pen is made for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 there. This is a lot more portable than carrying a phone and a tablet, right? Because look at just the front display there. That would be your main phone. So you just keep it this way, because you could do almost everything on that front display, right? So this is a full-blown phone for you, trying to match the typical traditional form factor that you would get on the phone, except of course it gets thick because it is folded. So that would be the equivalent of having your regular phone, right? Then, of course, when you need to, you could go ahead and open and use that as your tablet. This would be kind of like an iPad mini, or just like a smaller tablet, except it's a lot more pocketable, right? So you're done, just fold it, stick it in your pocket, you good to go. Additionally, processing power here, like I said, top notch. This is pretty much the best on the market right now. So in terms of productivity, this is, it's gonna offer you as much as any tablet can, right? Except you have a smaller, screen real estate to deal with here, but it's still very comfortable. This will make you super productive, just as productive as you would on a high-end tablet. On top of that, of course, you do have the ability to simply, access the internet without necessarily having to wait to be connected to the Wi-Fi as you would, with a tablet, right? So if this is your tablet, it's already connected to your, to your data plan, right? So you're already good to go. No need to look for, so that's another positive aspect of having this as your tablet slash phone. Next thing here, camera, right? camera quality, you get top-notch camera when it comes down to camera quality when compared to, you know, a tablet. And as I said, you get the S Pen. You get essentially all of the flagship features you'll be getting from a tablet. You get access to Samsung DeX. You can use this and connect to another display. You'll be able to use that as a computer. You are essentially ready to roll. In terms of battery life, of course, fantastic battery here. Definitely better battery than what we had on the Z Fold 3 here. So that's definitely another thing to highlight here. Now I want to go ahead and switch over to the combo that I'm pretty sure 99% of you guys went for. So should you get a tablet and a phone as opposed to just getting a phone that could become a tablet and a phone? Like I said at the beginning, this would be the way to go because here you save a lot more money. Like I said, this would be a better setup. The only problem obviously will be portability because you have something that is this big and that is separate, and then you have your phone. So you may not find yourself in situations where you always have, you know, enough room for both. Right? Some people travel very, very light. Now, in case you were getting this specific combo, right? So the Tab S8 here and the S22 Ultra, the very first thing that you would have going for the phone is going to be the camera, right? So because the camera here is a bit better than what you have on the Z Fold 4 there. This phone came out after this guy, but even then, the camera is not necessarily to the level of what the S22 Ultra has to offer there. And then it's loaded, of course, with a Qualcomm chipset, Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. I did say that I was not going to dive into the specs there, but I just couldn't help it. Anyway, this one also does offer you the ability to use the S Pen, right? You can use that and be productive. You can connect this phone here to either a tablet or a monitor, and you essentially have a computer. You are good to go. Now, of course, if you need additional screen real estate, then you go ahead and pull out the big guns. You get the Galaxy Tab S8 and you'll be good to go. Now, let's assume that you didn't get this phone. Let's assume you got just like a Pixel or just any of the TCL phones that I have here, or just an iPhone, right? So you will have everything that you need from a phone coming from that phone, right? So you are covered on that end. And then, of course, if you need to be productive, you just go ahead and switch over to your Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 here. The problem, as I mentioned earlier, is that if you are on the road, you would need to have this connected to Wi-Fi, assuming the things that you are trying to work on, the things that you're trying to do, you know, require for you to have, you know, a connection to the internet. Then you would have to do that manually, either connect to that phone, you know, via hotspot, or simply find a place where you have Wi-Fi connection and be able to work. So that's an inconvenience, but if you have the ability to quickly connect this phone, this tablet to your phone or to a Wi-Fi spot, then you are good to go. This is the best Android tablet you will find. So this would be what I advise people to go for. You don't necessarily have to go with the S22 Ultra. As I said, this is a $1,200 phone, I believe. So if you were to just go ahead and buy the S8, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8, that's going to run you $700, and you can use an additional $300-400 to get yourself a very nice phone. You know, go ahead and pick up the Pixel 6a. That's a fantastic phone. That's a combination of about, you know, that combination is going to get you to about $1,200. So $1,200, you'll be able to get the phone and this high-level tablet, and you'll be a lot more productive than you would with a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 here. The difference being, of course, it's not as fancy as this guy here. It's not as impressive. You won't be able to go ahead and flex around your friends and whatnot, but you will be productive, and I think the channel always strives for that, right? So that's just all I had to say about this. Let me know what you think about this type of video. Do you enjoy this type of video? If enough people watch this and like this, then we'll start making little, you know, odd or different videos like this type of video. But let me know what you think. I know a very small percentage of you is probably going to be, you know what, I don't need to be carrying a bunch of devices around. If this guy can, you know, do the deal, I go with it. Whereas I'm ready to bet that the vast majority of you guys are gonna just go with, you know, picking up the Galaxy Tab S8 and picking up just a regular phone, or even the S22 Ultra. Let me know what you think of this. Do you own any of these devices? If you do, how do you like it? Let me know what your take is. I will catch you in the comment section like I always do. Make sure to comment. Make sure to share this video if you know anyone who'll be interested. Make sure to like, of course, subscribe. I'm going to catch you in the comment section. I'm also going to catch you in the next video. Up until that next video, of course, as always, stay safe out there.